Hi there guys, this is Farmer Bob. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome also to a new video, and also to all the new faces. A warm welcome to you. Remember to hit that like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. It helps my channel. And yes guys, today we've got just a quick look around on some nice handy mods that I do like and that I recommend, you know. So this is Farmer Bob's list of essentials, you know, like a list of stuff that is nice to use and nice to have on Farming Simulator, you know. And this is for 19 actually, not for any other version. Don't know if they're available for the other ones, but I haven't checked. I only do for Farming Simulator 19, you know, so let's just stick to those. Good man. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly show you in the mods page how to locate most of them, and the ones that is not here in the mods page, I will gladly just share a link in the description so you can grab them there. Good man guys, so let's get stuck in. So as simple as spy, you go to space to search, and the first one is store deliveries, which is very handy. A nice store sales, sorry. Let's not do, it's actually deliveries and sales, but let's first do the store sales one. Now the store sales, what it does, it just offers you brands for entire brands at the base price, you know, at discounted prices. So it's sort of what the game itself does, but just a little bit better, you know. I know the game itself also offers some now and then, I mean, it's like so vaguely, but this is much better. So yeah, very nice. So let's just take this one into mind, and we'll have a look at that in-game later on. Good. The other one, which is very handy, it's store deliveries. So here it is. I'm just going to show you what it does. You get the store to deliver your purchase for a fee on the farm where you are, or at any place. So you just use your left shift and your left alt, and it will show you a marker, a round yellow marker. And while you're holding left shift and alt, you press S where you want it, and then all your stuff that you buy at the store will immediately be delivered there, which is quite handy, you know. Say you're in the field busy and you don't want to take this plow back to the store because you don't like it, or you've tested it and you're not happy with it. You can ring up the agent, tell him, no, bring me this one, and he will bring that one and take the other one back. It's like the same thing, you know. But at least no, he's not going to take the old one back, but he will bring you the new one. So the old one you'll still have to sell in your garage shop, you know, in your workshop, which is fine because you get the same price there than at the store. Great, so that is how it works. And if you want to relocate it, you use left shift, left alt and R, and it will reset it back to the shop, the actual shop. And then you can reset it with the S, you know, where you want it, if you want it. So that's the way it operates. Very nice and handy mod. We'll have a look at that in game as well a bit later on. Right guys, here we are in game. I've started us a nice, just a new game in, what's this, Felsbrunn, the American map. And yeah, just to have a look at all these funny new, or not new, but nice things to have in game, you know. Now the very first one, let's look at store sales. Now how store sales work is you use your was it shift and alt and S. There we go. If you hold shift and alt, you can move about this little circle. You got to stand where you want the vehicles to be delivered, obviously, first, and then hold shift and alt together, and the moment you press S, you will hear a noise. That little click noise, that means that the store has been set. Right, so now our store is set to deliver vehicles here. So let's just test it. Let's go into the store, buy anything small and simple. Let's just buy a small tractor. I also may have one of these. I already have one, but why not? Have another one. There you go. You hear that different noise now. It says you can fetch at the store, but when you hear that funny bell noise, it means that it's delivered to the different set position. So now we should be at the farm, and there it is. Our new tractor has arrived. Obviously there's a delivery fee there on top. It was $1,000 something to deliver. and quite handy, especially when you're in the field or when you don't feel like driving. You can have the store deliver your vehicle to the farm, which I think is very realistic, very nice. So if you want to reset that, you just do the same, Shift and Alt and press R, and then whoop, it will definitely be back in the thing. What did I do now? I brought up one of my NVIDIA stuff here by accident. I don't know why that is up. Shift and Alt and R. Oh my gosh, it's clashing with one of my in-game NVIDIA settings. Alright, anyways, doesn't matter. But that's how you reset it. And now it will be back at the store. So Shift and Alt and R. So let's just try that. Try that out. Let's buy something small like a plow or somewhere. Let's just use a plow. Cheap. Something. We can just sell it again. Doesn't matter. And you hear there was no noise when I bought that. And now it's back at the store where it used to be. So Shift and Alt and R resets it, and Shift and Alt and S places it where you want it. Good. That's a very handy to have little mod, I would say. So yeah, enjoy that one, guys. Great, guys. So our next mod to have a look at, it's very essential, I think. It's the workshop tabber. So let us go into the workshop. I've set up this vehicle for us. It's got a weight in front. It's got a cultivator in the back. And yeah, you get to the workshop. You want to do some maintenance on them and whatever. Let's just quickly drive them a bit, just to get some usage on it. Are we in the back? Okay, cool bananas. Let's just put a little bit of usage on them. Like so. Right. Right, let's run back to the workshop. Just so that there's something to fix. Just for fun. Good stuff. Oops. Obviously you need to be in the workshop little spot to have the workshop enable. Right, let's now have a look at workshop tab. So you go to your little workshop icon. You want to repair something there. Now in the old days you have to unhook each single thing, put it down here, work on it, and then that type of thing. You get my drift. Press R, and now the moment you press tab, you can scroll through everything that's in the thing. Very, very handy, and customize and repair as needed. I didn't even cultivate enough or plow enough to it's a cultivator to have repairs. But anyways, very handy mod to have, guys, and yeah, enjoy that one. Good stuff. I think that's perfect. Right, guys, I've just been making us some straw here for using. So here we go. Let Sparky finish there. And now we're going to have a look at the variable or variable bale capacity. So the first thing you want to do when you've got your baler attached, you hit F1, and you'll see the key there in the middle is K. To change the cap. At the moment it's 10,000, just to get all my ducks in a row, Anyways, you press K and it will change the bale capacity. What it does, it doesn't change the size of the bale, it changes the volume of the bale. In other words, the amount of liters. It does affect the weight, however. So if you put it on 20,000, you're going to have way less bales on the field, which is nice, because if you've got a huge field, in this case, this field is so tiny, there'll probably hardly maybe be 2 or 3 bales in standard, But if you have a huge field, you can limit the amount of bales with this mod, which is nice, or lesser, not limit but lesser. So it will make the amount of bales that lies on the field that you need to go and pick up less, It can be a tedious job, but remember it does affect the weight. So if your trailer can load 24 bales and you put it on 20,000 capacity, you must be careful with the weight. I don't know what's going to happen to it, but yeah, have fun with that, guys. It's a very handy mod to have, obviously, and makes farming life so much easier. So let's just play with this. I'm going to set it to let's go 8,000 or 10,000. 10,000, I think it's a nice size for I wanted to actually just hit F1 again to get rid of that. I don't even know if this tractor is big enough for this baler, but yeah, I'm sure I forgot to lower the baler. Yes, I did. There you go. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's actually big enough. It's running with it, so yeah, not bad. And you get the idea, guys. I mean, it's self-explaining. It changes the amount of liters that's in the bale, you know. So that is the bale capacity, the variable or variable bale capacity. Right, guys, so our next one is the variable spray mod. So handy to have as well. Once again, you hit F1 and you see K and M is your spray rate. So K increase and M decrease. So it's as simple as that. Unfortunately, there's no indicator. I would have loved it if the mod would have an indicator of how much the spray rate is, you know, but there isn't. So so unfortunately, you just have to drive and hit the K if you want to increase it, and hit the M if you want to decrease it. So yeah, we've got a field here, and it's obviously overgrown with some weeds, as you can see. So I'm going to show you. Have a look at the liter indicator here. So I'm going to do one pass on the highest setting. I'm going to hit K while it's driving and see how it goes down, how fast the liters are running out. So you can see your flow rate. Great, so let's do that. And by the way, guys, if you want to use this mods with users, you can't adjust it while the user or the helper is working on the vehicle. You have to set it first and then let the helper work if you want to use it on with helpers and that type of stuff, you know. So you can't adjust it while a helper is driving it, for instance. So you need to do it yourself and then let the driver use the vehicle or the helper. Good, great. So the first thing to do, obviously, let us start our sprayer. So I'm going to do one pass and on max, and then the return pass we will do on minimum, so you can just get an idea of flow rate. Good. So here we go. So I'm going to run, hit the drive, and then I'm going to hit K to max. So you can see the liters there. It's counting down very fast, running down quite a speed, because I've pressed K multiple times, so it's at the max flow rate. So that's what we want. And now, obviously, we'll do the return pass, and I'll do the same. I'll go hit the M key just to see that it goes less. That's basically what we want to see, if it does go less, you know. So let us have a look at that. Switch on, hit drive, and then let's go with the M key. So I'm going to hit the M key. Doesn't look like it's working. Let me just hit the M key while it's off. Hit the M key a few times. It is F1 and it is M, yeah, decrease spray rate. So let me just hit it a few times. And let's try again. V. Oh, there you go. Okay. So my bad, guys. You can't adjust it while the vehicle is even operating yourself. So you have to do it before you start spraying. So I'm going to just carry on in the next field. Spray it with some pesticides. Just to get that max flow rate again. Let's switch it off, hit K a few times, so it would switch it up to max. There you go. Let's try it again. So that is going faster, definitely. Some more. Okay, let's try again with less. It's on least now. So yeah, you can see it's definitely making a difference. Now, by the quick look, it doesn't look like so much, but believe me, if you've got a huge field, it will definitely make a huge difference if you have to spray a whole field, you know, a big field. Good, so that's another mod for you guys to have fun with and enjoy. Good stuff. Well guys, our next mod is the realistic cab view. Now, to me personally, I probably won't use this mod, but I've put it in there as something for the guys that are finicky about realism and all that stuff, you know. So what it does is when you hold your shift key, you get to move your head. In normal view, you sit in one spot and have a view all around you, like so, you know. But the moment you use your shift key, this happens. So you move your head to the side of the cab and you can see different angles. Like for instance, look at that front left wheel. You've got a better view of things with the shift key, and that's basically what it is. So when you're hooking an implement in the back, you've got a little bit of a better view. Now this tractor doesn't give you much view over the back, you know, so I suppose on other tractors it will have a huge impact, because you can't even see the implement in the back of this one, you know. So you can barely see what's behind there, you know. So, but yeah, it makes a difference, guys. I thought I'll just throw it in there and let you decide whether it's for you or not, you know. Good. Great, guys. So let's have a look at the next mod. It's obviously the park vehicle mod. Now what this does, guys, is all the vehicles that's in your garage, if you go into your garage, all the vehicles that's in the tab key will be all your actual vehicles, like the tractors and harvesters and things, trucks and cars and whatever you've got in your tab, in your list of equipment will be in your tab key. So when you press tab, you can cycle through them. Now when you've got a huge farm with a lot of vehicles, it gets quite difficult or irritating if you work a field with these two tractors, for instance, these two cases, and you only want to select those. Now you have to tab, because there's no backwards tab. You can only tab forward. In other words, forward through the list. So you have to go through 20 or 30 vehicles sometimes to get to the same one again. Now this is what this mod makes so awesome, is the park vehicle mod. You use the control and T. So now for instance, luckily this map has got a very tiny vehicle list. So I'm going to just cycle through them. So there's that and the harvester. So there's three tractors and a harvester. So when I use Control T now on this vehicle, all right, and I go through tab again, I'll get that one, the harvester, and that one. See, that one is now excluded, the other case. So if I Control T on this one, whoop, now if I tab now, I should only have the harvester and the Fiat. So that is basically how this mod works. So you, by Control T, you deselect the ones you don't want. Now if you want to get them back, you simply just go to your map, escape. Obviously to get to your map is escape. You find the vehicle that you want to put back, like there. You say enter vehicle, and you use Control and T again, and it will include it in the list again. So now if I tab now, we should have the case back. And that is what makes this so awesome, you know, guys. I really love this. Very handy to use. It saves you all that tap through all the vehicles, which gets quite annoying sometimes, you know. It's almost like having your little own vehicle list. It's a modifiable vehicle list, which is awesome. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I certainly do. Right, guys, so our next mod is quite one of those that doesn't really affect your gameplay, but it makes it a bit more realistic. It's called Real Dirt Color. Now what happens is, in a normal game, when you drive over stuff, your vehicle gets dirty. So if you drive down the dust road, dust accumulates on your vehicle and gets dirty. But with the real dirt color, what happens is, should you drive over lime, for instance, like we're going to do now, the vehicle is going to pick up lime instead of dust, which is just a bit more realistic, you know. So here we go. I'm just going to set this into a plow for us, and then you'll see as it drives over the lime, instead of dust accumulating, it's lime accumulating, you know. So lime particles get stuck on your vehicle, which is a bit more realistic than usual, you know. So there you go, guys. That's basically what it does. And now you can see there's a whole bunch of lime getting stuck on your vehicle and wheels and everything. And then obviously you need to wash it again. I've also tested it with the lime sprayer down that side. It doesn't accumulate obviously when you don't drive over it. In other words, when you're spraying a new field that doesn't have lime on it, lime won't stuck to the wheels obviously, because it's getting sprayed behind you. But if the moment you drive over things, it will get to that color. So if you, for instance, now going to work on grass with a mower, the wheels will become green, you know, with all the little grass stuff flying around and things like that. And that is quite handy to have, you know, or sort of makes the game a little bit more realistic. Good. Great, guys. Now our second last one to have a quick look at is the instant wash, which I think to me it is definitely a lifesaver, a time saver and a frustration saver. You know, and I think it's appropriate time. We've got two vehicles that are very dirty, so we can just give them a quick instant wash. So when you install this mod, your insert key on your keyboard becomes the instant wash key. In other words, it's the one above delete, not the one on the keypad that says on 0. There's normally an insert there as well, but it's the one above the delete key. So just the moment you press it, you'll see what happens. You get a nice clean vehicle, and also the attachment which is on it. Everything is nice and washed. So whatever is connected to the vehicle gets cleaned, which is, I love that. That is really awesome. Let's just do another one here, just for fun, you know. Always nice. And I mean, look at how nice this. So let's have a look at that again. All clean and quick. I like that. That's so nice. Good. This is our very last mod that I'm going to have a look at. So enhanced vehicle just gives you on your little display, your vehicle information display, it gives you a little bit more information like RPM, the degrees of the engine, so it's temperature, the amount of fuel you're using, the weight. Not too sure what the weight does, but it's there. Yeah, at the bottom you've got vehicle weight, and then the one that basically makes this mod is the selection of different what do you call it, your drives. In other words, you can drive the tractor in 2-wheel drive, in 4-wheel drive, and have the diff locks on and off, all those kinds of nice things. Now to toggle that, you use your keypad, the 7, 8 and 9 key. So you can see there now I've basically switched off my diff lock in front. I've switched it back on with the 7 key. If I toggle it, the 8 key is the rear one, and the 9 key is the central drive. In other words, the drive between the two. So that is now only in 2-wheel drive, and if I toggle it again, it's back on. So I don't really find this mod where you will use it, but it's there. It's got the nice little bit of information. I think the amount of fuel usage might be the one to make this mod to go, you know, or to be something there, you know. It's not something that I would really like, but it's nice to have it there, sitting there, and just for interest sake, some information, you know. Good. All right, guys. So basically, that's the whole list of extra additional mods that I wanted to share with you. And if you find any of those nice, enjoy them, please. I'm going to put a link for all the mods in the description, so have a look there. And I'll also do a timestamp on the video where you can jump to different mods, you know, so it just makes it much more easier to navigate the video. So have a look at the description. All the links will be in there for every mod. And then also yeah, you can enjoy. And let me know what you think in the comments. As always, guys, you are awesome. Thank you so much. Remember to like and subscribe and to share. I really appreciate, guys. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.